Welcome back, future and current millionaires. Hello. Are you ready to do a budget with me? Back by popular request, we are doing week 2 budget with me. This is a low income and it is week 2 of July 2023. Where did the past 6 months go? So if you're new here, welcome. My name is Raylan. We are all Raylan-aires here, and we are doing a low cost budget. I am 1 month ahead, but if you are paycheck to paycheck, this is perfect for you as well. So what we're going to do, this is week 2 of July. So we did week 1 before, and I told you that it was based on high priority fixed costs. So week 2 is a little bit different. Week 2, we are going to title Invest in Ourselves because it's mainly prioritized to invest in ourselves. We paid a lot of our bills week 1, which is what I usually do, which is our high priority. Yes, please. Yes. And then week 2, we're going to set the pedal to the metal on investing in ourselves. So stick around if that's something you like to do, if you like budgets, if you like affordable products, if you like healthy living, and if you like invest with me's and learning all about investing, I have you covered because that is what we're going to do. And let me tell you, it is going to be a lot of fun because budgeting should be fun. It shouldn't be this monotonous black and white thing. It should be this colorful, bougie, beautiful princess fun time. This is my month. So what we did in the prior video is we set up our bills and we scheduled our bills. So maintenance we have on the 30th, we have utilities on the 15th, and then groceries, phone, and transportation because those are essentials to work and groceries to life. So that was for week 1. We did the most we could with these high priority items. We are going to continue with that, but we are also going to pay ourselves. Last month, I spent way too much. So this month, I'm trying to be a little bit calmer. Okay, everyone. So we are doing week 2 of July 2023, and it is all about investing in ourselves. That means in our business and in our investments and in our savings. Now, this is Dave Ramsey inspired zero-based budgeting, and it's also Ramit Sethi from I Will Teach You to Be Rich because we all want that generational wealth. And we are just going to add that to the date because that is going to be automated. So it is going to be automated. I'm going to put it on the 19th because it's on a Tuesday. So we are going to invest that into our Roth IRA. We're going to set that on a schedule. I have investments going into my Roth IRA because I want to try to max that out every single year because it is tax-free, completely tax-free. I think the maximum this year is $6,500. So if you can set a goal for each month doing a certain amount to max it out, that is just goals. That is investing goals, and you will do very well in life if you keep that as a money habit. It's a very good money habit to have, and the better you do with money habits, it's like fitness, it's a journey, and it compounds. If you don't know what a Roth IRA is, comment below if you want me to do a video on that, because that's basically your retirement fund. We want to have a nice juicy retirement fund. So Ramit recommends 10 to 20% in investments. And he recommends 5 to 10% in savings. And savings is sinking funds, and it also includes your emergency fund. So over here, I'm going to put savings and emergency fund. So these two are going to be scheduled for week 2. The reason I invest in myself in week 2 is because I do like to pay my bills. Now, I know that is contrary, and every single investing finance guru will tell you to pay yourself first, but I'm a worrywart and I just want to have my bills paid first and my essentials paid first. Then we can start thinking about the future and hey, we can invest a little bit more. Great. Awesome. But honestly, the essentials for me are more important, at least right now. And even if you are 1 month ahead on bills like me, it's still really good to pay yourself first in the bill department and the fixed cost department, and then pay your businesses and investing, at least personally for me. So right here, we're going to put business, investing in myself. And if you want to put like education, I'm going to put student loans right here. Because if you want to have education right here and then business right here, I like to make sure all of that is covered. And when I say covered, I just mean a percentage allocated to it. It doesn't mean that I'm completely paying it off for the month. It just means I'm thinking about it and setting aside some funds for my sinking funds, my business, my student loans, my investing, and my savings, because that's the second tier for week 2. And we're still going to do the high priorities. So schedule this and make sure that this is on your calendar, on your planner, whatever you have to do, just so you don't forget about it and so you will allocate accordingly. So next thing we're going to do is count out how much I made in income, because that is important too. So we have 100, 200, 300, 400. Going to do that. And you guys, we are going to do 500. Cool. We are going to do, where are my ones? I always miss ones. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 600, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 70, 90, 100, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35, 45, 50, 60, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 91, 92, 93, 94. So we have 794 for income. So this is what we're working with, and we are going to get to 0. And then once we're finished with the fixed costs and with the sinking funds and investing, then we are going to do these savings challenges, which are so fun, and I'm super excited for them. So behind the scenes, we also have a little bit of an Excel sheet. So I'm just going to put 794 into the income tab. And then the next tab that we focused on is the fixed costs. And this is everything that is in blue. It is the top priority, what we pay off first. The necessities, what we need to live, what is every single month that we need. So we are going to do maintenance. We did 200 last time. We are going to stick to that 200. So we now have a total of 400, which means I only need 100 more. I love paying my maintenance off as soon as I possibly can because New York is kind of crazy and I love living in a house, right? Well, actually it's a condo, but I do like it. It has a gym downstairs, actually 2 gyms downstairs. So I really like that a lot. And what I do at the end of the month for maintenance and utilities, I pay the maintenance, of course. The maintenance is actually due on the 1st. So here we have the 200. We'll put another 200 into it, which will make it 400. It is the 15th. So I'm 1 month ahead on all of my bills. My maintenance is actually on the 1st, but I like to have it on the 30th before the next month so I can pay it right away, and I make sure to have that as soon as I possibly can. So that is going into the Excel sheet as well. And then of course we have utilities. So utilities is usually on the 15th, and we put 100 in last time, so we're going to put another 100 in this time, and that will make sure that the utilities is completely paid. We love that. Yay! Where's the little music that's like, yay? So this is 715. Utilities is 200. And I have to say that I changed the cable and my Wi-Fi is completely screwed up. Like I have 0 Wi-Fi right now. It's really terrible. Like in my bedroom, I can't watch anything and it is driving me absolutely insane. But we're going to get the handyman to come over. I don't know if I have to like bake cookies for him or something, or like have a coffee time or something like that. I can teach him, if he wants to learn about finance, how to do that. Just whatever will get him to come back over here and fix the Wi-Fi. Please, please. So this is great. I'm going to put a little check over here. Just make sure that you identify what bills you have paid. You can also do that in your Excel sheet like I do, or just put a little check mark over here. We're so close to finishing the maintenance. Thank goodness. Yay. Okay, so the next thing, like I said, I'm 1 month ahead, but you can do this the first week, just pay it off if you are doing paycheck to paycheck, and that's your groceries, your transportation, what will take you to work. And I'm just talking about like gas, like what is completely bare bone minimum necessities. So groceries and transportation are definitely in there, but I'm just talking about gas. I'm not talking about like the insurance or anything else that comes with it, just what gets you from point A to point B. Okay, so the groceries, we are going to... Oh, that is fully allocated. Yes. Oh, that's so exciting. Okay, that makes me really happy. Okay, so that is fully allocated. See, this is why we put things in Excel, because we love Excel. And then the maintenance only needs 100 more, so I'm very happy about that. It was very difficult getting an apartment and buying an apartment in New York while I'm also a finance and accounting student, but we managed to balance all of that. So I don't need groceries. Phone, I think I paid off as well. Yes, so I paid off groceries, phone, and transportation because that is on the 1st, July 1st. So it should have been paid off already, which makes a lot of sense. Okay, so now that we got the necessities done and we have the check marks, we just don't have the maintenance for right now. We are going to do the Roth IRA because that is automatic investing. So it's coming out of my checking account one way or another. And just so you know, with the Roth, you do need to invest it. So even if it is in a brokerage, your brokerage, if you have Fidelity, is earning about 4%, which honestly is really good. I've honestly just been keeping it in mostly cash and some ETFs and some S&P 500 low-cost index funds, which if you want a video about that, let me know. I am a finance and accounting student, but this is not financial advice. If you put it into a brokerage, it's basically like putting it into a checking account or a high yield savings account. So it gives you about 4% for right now, which I'm very happy with. I'm happy to keep it just like that for right now. But when J-PAL and the Fed decides to lower interest rates, I'm sure that will go back down. So you will want to put it into actual low cost S&P 500 index funds. And again, I can do a video on that if you're a little confused and you think I'm speaking gibberish, because it is a little bit like a second language, like a different language. So for this month so far, we have 25 and we have 791 total. So what I'm going to do, so we are going to put $50 extra into this. So that means that we're going to put 75 for the whole month, which is not great, but I'm hoping I can put some more in next week. I would like to put a total of about 200. So now that we're putting 100 in here, I'm hoping that we can do a little bit more because I would like to invest a little bit more into that. But we do have an automatic investment of $100 in here, and we can always put more in if we would like. We are trying to get to that 10-20% number, which means about 320. So I'm happy with about 200. As I said, it has been a little light, and I just like to put in a little bit, and then as the weeks go by, to put in a little bit more when I'm able to. And that's just for my peace of mind. I like getting my necessities first. Student loans is going to be part of the savings challenge, so we will keep that. But I do have another one for education. And we will not use this one right now, but it is kind of similar to student loans, but this will be for the savings challenge as well because they're fun. We like doing those. And then the dream house, the down payment remit Sethi tells us to put it into our savings. So this will be allocated 5 to 10% of my paycheck for the month. We will save that for the savings challenge as well because that's one's fun as well. And then we have an envelope challenge we have to do as well. So we have yoga. We will do business. And for business, I'm going to allocate $5. Now, business could be anything between like getting some more prop money or getting whatever you feel like towards your business. If you want to create some digital products, I highly encourage that because that is where a lot of the money comes from. We're going to put $5 into that. And I highly recommend starting a side hustle or starting a business if you have time and if you're able to start a side hustle, especially on YouTube. And again, I can teach you how to do that as well. It's super easy to set up. And as you can see, I'm not using many aesthetically pleasing things, but it's good to just get the education and the information out there. So the next one, we have Studio and Adobe Pro, which is also part of my business. So for Studio, I really would like to have a content studio when I am able to. So this one was actually maximized. And then we have Adobe Pro. So Adobe Pro, we fully allocated that during the first month as well because we had a little bit left over. And the next one is going to be yoga, and it's because I want to do a yoga certification. I am a finance and accounting major, but this is something that I absolutely love doing. I've been doing yoga for about 5 years. So we're actually going to put 20 for this one. And that will finish up the allocation. For the certification, it's about $5,000, but it's just going to be during the weekend, so I can plan it while I'm getting my finance and accounting degree. So I think it's something I would love to do and something that I've been wanting to do for a while. And even though it's a little bit of money, you know, everything adds up. And as long as you're trying to go towards your goals, even just a little bit, you will get there eventually. Might take you like 30 years. It might take me 30 years to do that, but it's all right. It's all good. We are then going to switch to our medical, hygiene, and housing. This is a little bit lower priority, not because it's not important, but because I already have a lot allocated to this. If I didn't have a lot allocated to medical, hygiene, and housing just means like if I have a leak, or if something breaks, or if the fridge breaks, or, you know, if I need to buy another piece of furniture, like that's what that's for. Includes toiletries for the hygiene, and then the medical is obviously medical expenses. And it also includes anything preventative. So any type of like ointment or vitamin supplements will go in here. I already have a lot allocated to this, but I do like to have more allocated to it just in case I need it. And then at the end of the month, I just add that onto my Excel sheet and start again. So we are going to start with medical. What I would suggest for you is just having at least $100 in each just to start out with, just so you have it there and you don't have to worry about if something breaks, because we all know if you don't have the money for something, it will happen. So for this one, we are going to put for medical, we are going to put 15, which means I have 20. Okay, so 15 is going in here. Looks like I already put it in my bank account. So that is medical. Hygiene, we are going to, I think, Yeah, all of these are going to get 15. I like to put $20 in for each month. And I like to put them in my high yield savings account as soon as I finish with this budget with me, just because it is earning a little bit of savings and interest. So I like doing that if I have something that's like a little bit longer term than just needing it for the week. So this is 20, actually 15. Perfect. And I'm just going to put everything is already in the bank, so I don't need to worry about transferring that. And then we also have the buffer, which we are going to allocate to. I want to say 100 in my buffer, but my emergency fund is already funded, so I understand why I need a buffer if I have any defaults or if I have any bounce checks, anything like that. Or, if I want to tip more, because I like tipping more than 20%, because I have been in the hospitality industry and they definitely deserve it. So I like tipping between 20 and 40%, especially if they're good. Sometimes I do like 50%. So that's where the buffer comes in, and it has really helped me in a lot of different places. Okay, so next we have miscellaneous. And again, I have about $100 in this already that I put into my high yield savings account. And we are going to put $30 into this and just call it finished. So that makes me really happy. Okay, great. And then we have one more, and then we're going to do the savings challenge. Yes, love it. Okay, and close. Clothes is something that I desperately need because it is very hot and I don't really have that many summer work clothes. So we're just going to go to a few different places. Like, I would love to go to Zara and be able to get a summer capsule wardrobe, and I would love to just do that on a budget and show you how to do that on a budget, because I think it's very important. So we are going to put $10 towards clothes. Over here, you'll notice that I am saving a lot and I haven't spent any of it yet. So I do have $60 for clothes. I honestly don't spend that much money on clothes. Everything that I have spent money on, it has been a lot last month, but I wasn't spending that much on clothes just because I love going into stores, and once I go into stores, I can't really get out without getting a lot. So we have been avoiding stores for a while, but they're calling my name. It's time to come back to them. So anyway, we do have a lot of money left over, and that is because we want to do the savings challenges, and week 2 is all about the savings challenges because it's all about the student loans and it's all about the savings for the down payment. We did the emergency fund, but we just want to make sure that it doesn't need to be replenished, which it doesn't right now, knock on wood. The investments, we did that for right now. The student loans we're going to do, the business we did, it's not fully allocated yet. The savings we're going to do. So let's switch over to the savings challenges. So what I'm going to do with this is put it in the envelope challenge because we are going to, well, I'll explain it later, but we're just going to put this into the envelope challenge. I do that every day and I want to make sure that I have enough money for it. So we're going to put $30 into that. But starting off with the first savings challenge, we have this little Candyland Renaissance, and that is for my student loans because I already paid off 2 years. I'm going into my 3rd year, and we are not going to have debt when we get out of college. That is not happening, especially a finance and accounting student. Yeah, no. So this is $1,000 for student loans. I have a little bit of it, but we have a lot of work to do. So I'm very excited that we still have about $300 left, $299, for this challenge. Now, I normally do 3 rolls, but we might get to do a little bit more today because we have a little bit more funds. Yay! A little bit more funds for a little bit more fun. Yeah. Okay, you toss that. You toss that. You toss that. You toss it. Okay. All right, enough of that. We have 6. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on 5. Okay, we have to do better than that. Come on. But we have 5 allocated. Next. It's like a merry-go-round. We have this instead of dice because I don't really like dice. 9. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Another 5. Come on. Come on. I'm trying to spend money. All right. Whatever. I just love these. Like, this is what makes budgeting fun. Like, I've been able to stick with this because of how much fun I'm having. Like, I absolutely love it. Oh, here we go. Okay. So 15. I might do 5 rolls instead. Like, if I could just do this all day, like, it would just be so much fun. Like, if this is how people actually budgeted, they would just have such a fun time with this. Okay. So next we have 8. And I've linked in the description for everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm thinking about doing a few more. 10. A few more of these. I have a few like Canva things in the works for savings challenges and just to make everything aesthetically pleasing. So we have 4. And that is the last one. So better be good. 1, 2, 3, 4. 10. Okay, so we are done with the Candyland board game, and that is for student loans. We are going to be paying these off as soon as possible and as soon as I can. See how much we got. 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45. 45. So we will do 15. Oh, I love marking these off. I'm going to try to do 10 of these before the start of the semester. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that, but we are trying to pay off college. Slow and steady. Very, very slow. Not even at 1,000 yet, and it's already 6 months. Yeah, I need to get on this. If any of you have any ideas of how I can make some more money, like, please let me know in the comments because I don't know if I'm going to be able to actually do this or not. Well, we will see. Optimism. Yay. Okay, so that is the student loans. Let's go to the second challenge. Okay, so this is the beautiful and pink, aesthetically pleasing Save-opoly, and this one is for the savings remit SETI. It tells us to save 5 to 10% into sinking funds, down payment, and emergency fund included in this. So we have our emergency fund and we are working on our down payment for our house. You know, I just want a little like $1 million house like in the city. Not in the city, in Westchester, because I think that's beautiful. No, I'm just kidding. So we have a $10,000 house savings challenge for the down payment. We only have about $100, but that is okay. Slow and steady wins the race. And, you know, we're working on our high income skills. We're working on our side hustles. We're working on everything under the sun so we can get closer to this goal faster. It just takes patience and just put your faith in God. Okay, so this is kind of like the same thing because I do use this as well. And we are going to do 3, but if I have a little bit more money, we will do 5. Okay, so 3, and this is just like Monopoly. 1, 2, 3. So we have 6 here. You are going to take all of my ones, aren't you? Aren't you? All right. So next we have 4. So now we're going to do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 11. Okay. So you didn't take all of my ones that time. That feels great, but now I only have big bills. Okay. Let's see what we can do with this. Shake, 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 shake. 9. Okay, and as you know, I'm going to take all my ones again. We'll use this instead. Okay, so I'll do a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, going to do another one. I think the down payment, I haven't started like researching it yet because I've been so focused. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So focused on school that I'm not really focusing on a down payment for a house quite yet. But Remit Seti does say that things are going to occur. Like you may want to have a house in the future. You may want to, your car might break down, so you should have a car expense if you have one of those and allocate that towards a sinking fund. You should have a sinking fund for Christmas. You should have a sinking fund for your birthday. Things that that are going to happen. You should have savings and sinking funds for them. So that's what I'm doing with this, because a house is something that I might want in the future, and I want to just be there when I get one. I have an apartment, but I might want a rental, or I might want an actual house because New York is a bit on the very expensive side, which is fine, but I do want to level up a little bit if I am able to. And if I'm able to, great. If not, that's fine, but by the grace of God, if I can do that, let's go. Okay, so we'll do one more, but I only have big bills left, so we will see what happens. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pay extra $12. Well, we are going to do 20 because I don't have a 10. And I think that's all for that one. So I'm very impressed by what we got. Let's see. 20, 30, 35, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52. So we have 52 over here, and currently we have 173. So add 52 to that, which is going to be 225. Oh, so we can actually put in another square. That's exciting. Yay. And I just wanted to tell you that because I did pay off half of my student loans, that I am focusing more on a down payment for a house, because it is about twice as much, about 4 times as much. So I am focusing a little bit more on this one. This is quadruple the amount, so it's getting a little bit more than the student loan. So we are going to put this in pink. Very excited about this one. Yeah. And I know it doesn't look like much now, but the visualization, it just makes it look so much better. And it's something to strive for. It's something like, it's a big, hairy, audacious goal that I am striving for, and we'll see if I can get there. Hopefully I can. What's one of your big, hairy, audacious goals? I would love to hear it in the comments. Like, please dream big if you can. Please, like, whatever that like secret little big dream that you have, like, just try to like crawl to it, or like lean into it. Like, start doing something to focus on it, like what I'm doing with this. Just try it. You will feel 10 times more confident, and like you can actually seize the day. Carpe diem. Okay, last but not least, we have the envelope challenge, and we have 100, 50, 20, 40, 60, 62. So we have 212 left, which is a lot. So I'm going to do an unstuffing of these at the end of the year and see how much it is. It's going to be at least, 3. I don't have 3, so we're going to put that back. Okay, so I do one of these each day. And basically what I'm going to do is pick one out. There are 3, 4, 5, or 10. And I just wanted to have at least $1,000. So if I get 3 every single day, it's just going to be, so if I get 3 every single day, it's going to add up to at least 1,000. So we are getting at least 1,000. I don't have 4. Oh gosh. Okay, we're just going to go with the 10. I don't have a 10 either. Wait, yes, I do. Hold on. So we are going to put that over here. Okay, great. So envelope is getting 10, and we're just going to put that into the actual envelope. Okay, and there is a lot more money left over, so we are going to go back. And this is why I love zero-based budgets, because you find out that you actually have a lot more money than you thought you had. It's a wonderful thing, especially if you've been doing this for a while. So what I'm going to do is actually go back to maintenance, which is my highest priority and something that I have been wanting to get out of the way. And we already allocated to everything else that I wanted to allocate to. So we are going to do a beautiful, lovely red check mark for maintenance. Again, I need that audio that's like, yay! So we are going to put that into our maintenance, and we have paid off our maintenance for this month. That's so exciting. Actually, for next month, but yay. Okay, cool. So we have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. Yay. Okay, we paid off the maintenance for this month. So I think most of the fixed costs are completely done, and we still have a little bit more money left over. So the rest of this money is going into the Roth IRA. I'm not going to be spending more because I spent a lot and I'm very much overspending for right now. So let's see how much is left. 50, 70, 90, 100, 102. Great. So we are putting 102 in here as well. Oh, that's so exciting. Okay. So 102, 868. Perfect. Which means that we have 202, which means that it's about 7% so far for this month, which I'm not mad about. Not mad about. So we put 202 in so far. I would like to have 118 more by the end of the month. I think we can do that. I think we could do that. That will be 10% of my paycheck. That is what Remit says. And hopefully I can max it out this year. I normally do max out my Roth, but that is so exciting. So we got more done than we thought we could, which I'm very happy about. So for week 2, which is all about investing in ourselves, we invested in ourselves very generously, and it will help our future selves. Now for week 3 and week 4, it is all about spending extravagantly on things we love. So stay tuned for that. So this one is not checked off yet. Student loans is basically the challenge. So that's not going to be checked off until week 4 because I still want to put a little bit more money into it. Business is checked off. Great. And then savings is the dream house. I still have a few more things that I would like to do for that. Emergency fund over here. So week 3 and week 4 is basically getting all of the priorities and fixed costs. They should be done. The investing with me should be almost finished. And if it's not, I do week 3 and week 4. Plus, I do the savings challenges. But week 3 and week 4 should be about spending extravagantly on things you love or spending whatever is available to you. Now, again, if you're living paycheck to paycheck, that's very, very difficult to do. So just keep doing weeks 1 and weeks 2 until you get a little bit of a buffer. Even if it's $5, $10, just get a little bit of a buffer and you will see that slowly to accumulate. Just to lean in and create those habits, those nice money habits of just investing or investing in yourself, because mentally the mind shift is crazy and it becomes a complete 180 and you'll want to do more of that and you'll seek out ways to earn higher income or create a side hustle or resell some of your furniture that you have or cut down costs tremendously on things that you don't like. So basically there are steps to this, and trust me, I've been in survival mode for I can't tell you how long, but I created a process through Dave Ramsey and through Remit Sethi, and I now have a system that works for me, that's automated, that I feel great about, and that's fun. So if you liked what you saw, please subscribe, please let me know in the comments below. I love each and every one of you, what you are doing with your budget for week 2, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.